This is how you do comedy. Thor, Love and Thunder. Let's just put it out there. This is how it is done. Hi you videos, welcome if it's your first time. My name is Talia Adewale and this is Disbydem and...
I'm Hamza, the Great.
The Great.
Okay.
Hamza's joining us today. Today we're going to be talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, which just released last week. So be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And with that, let's dive on in. We have a couple of talking points that we're going to be referencing throughout this video, but we're just going to get your general review of the movie. What did you think? What did you like? Would you see it again? Thoughts like that.
I liked it better than I expected. We saw a couple of reviews that weren't too kind, and also the Rotten Tomato score wasn't good. But I thought it was way better than some movies that have come
You can name names.
Love and Thunder. It's way better than Love and Thunder. Would I go see it in the theater again? I don't think so. Yes. I love Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. I love his backstory. I wish we spent more time with him. Paul Rudd killed it as Ant-Man as always.
Sure did.
He's the perfect person to play that role. And what's her name? Evangeline. She was great as, I don't know how to pronounce her, the character, the Wasp or whatever. Hope or her
Hope Pym. I never really said that name out loud before.
True. Hope Pym. And we didn't really see much of her, you know. She was one character that wasn't in it as much. Michelle Pfeiffer, her mom, was
definitely stole the show. Yeah. And she looked great too. Like she looked fantastic. Whoever is doing those injections, keep it coming. They were looking great.
No, she actually aged well. I think she just aged properly.
If you say so.
Yeah, and she killed it. I think her character really stole the show more ways than we thought. But her daughter didn't really do much.
The show sees the return of the cast. So Ant-Man played by Paul Rudd, Wasp played by Evangeline Lilly, and other beloved characters like Michael Douglas as Hank Pym and Michelle Pfeiffer as Janet Van Dyne. They also introduced new characters like Catherine Newton as Cassie Lang, Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror, and also what was his name? Bill Murray was a new character in there. So for me, I loved, obviously, all the returning characters. Paul Rudd is forever one of my favorite actors since Friends. I have loved him for a very long time. Right. If I'm being honest, like I doubted Catherine Newton and her acting abilities, because I've seen her in a lot of, like, you know, easygoing teenager rebellion kind of movies, but there was a lot more emotion to be tapped in this movie, and I was like, I don't know if she can do it, but she proved me wrong. So hands down to Catherine Newton, she killed it as Cassie Lang, and I thought that she was fantastic. She
was good to me. You're the one who had problems with her. I've never really seen her anywhere, but I just had hope that she would do good, and she bounced off Paul Rudd's energy, which was good. They seemed like father and daughter, which was
really great. They did. Jonathan Majors was fantastic. Awesome. I feel like he even put too much emotion to me, if I'm being honest. I feel like he injected way too much into this character than it needed, which made it even better. But like he and Michelle Pfeiffer, I think, kind of stole the light for me. If you guys remember my reaction to the trailer, I hated Evangeline Lilly's hair in this. I'm not sure whose idea it was to cut Hope's hair that way. I mean, she was already rocking a bob in the two previous movies.
I didn't really care much about this part. I felt like it ate too much into the story and added too much. There are characters there that were funny and it was good to see them, but I feel like they should have given that time to other characters like Hope, Pym. Other characters should have gotten more of that. Even Jonathan Majors and Kang should have gotten more screen time a little bit. So I felt like this took away from it. In as much as it was funny, we saw some light humor, some understanding of the quantum realm and why there is that rebellion there. But I just felt it was something that we could do without, or at least be cut down to give other people the opportunity to shine. Like you said, Jonathan Majors stole the show and Michelle Pfeiffer, and because of that, we didn't get to see other people with the show. And even what's his name? Michael Douglas was doing it as much.
Yeah, he seemed kind of like the after, of it. Yeah. I love the exploration of the quantum realm because for me, it's all about the visuals. And with the quantum realm, there's always colors. There's there's visual effects, there's creativity, and I love that about the Marvel universe and the multiverse. It just explores that whole section. The only thing I don't like is they're playing with time, because honestly, it doesn't matter how much they try to explain it, it never makes sense. It's like you can punch a hole in those theories easily any day, anytime. So I usually just blank that out and just enjoy the colors.
Another thing I'll say about the Quantum Realm is some parts were done awesome, and some parts you could see that the CGI wasn't really ready.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you could see it. Like
I didn't actually take notice.
There's one character that you haven't mentioned yet, and we don't want to give spoilers away, but I didn't like his own video.
Oh no, I'm looking to mention it. It's something about Murdoch.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. That was distracting to me. Those people, like, it was weird. And I don't know what they were trying to go with. It just didn't work for me.
For me, it wasn't so bad. He looked weird. And we're not going to give away the actor, let's say, but Murdoch was in the trailer, so that's fine.
Yeah.
He looked weird. Definitely weird. But, I think Murdoch in the cartoons and the comics looks weirder, so...
Yeah, but in the comics, it works. It's a comic. That platform allows it to work. Here, I just feel like the CGI wasn't ready, the effects wasn't ready, and it just kind of rushed over it. And I didn't like that much. And the comedy in this one was actually well done. It wasn't, you would think with that man it should be over the top, but everything landed
the way. It was perfectly timed.
Yeah, it was just enough to make you laugh.
Yeah.
It was perfectly timed.
This is how you do comedy. Thor, Love and Thunder. Let's just put it out there. This is how it is done. In moderation.
Yeah. It was done well. It was done subtle. It was perfect.
Yeah, but Paul Rudd is a master at his craft, though. He knows how to inject comedy in all the right places.
Yeah.
While still being like extremely serious and tackling like major topics, within the movie.
It wasn't forced. It was organic.
And even some of the best comedic timing for me came from Michael Douglas. When they were in the bar and they were talking, and just his mannerisms alone, I was like cracking up. I thought that it was done really well. Yeah.
So, two things I would say. I'm happy we saw Kang, but I'm also upset he wasn't an Ant-Man movie.
Well, you know Kang from Loki series. I haven't seen Loki series.
Not just Loki. Like, if you really come, I'm not like a comic buff, but I think Kang is more of a Fantastic Four and Avenger level.
I see.
When you're introducing a bad guy and you have him up against Ant-Man, and Ant-Man can actually whoop his ass,
But Ant-Man couldn't whoop his ass.
He was helped, but I'm just saying, he talked about killing Thor in a different variant.
Yeah.
I'm like, Thor is a bad guy. That's a.
Ant-Man didn't stand a chance. They would have, honestly, if not for the help they got at the end, they were dead. I thought that Kang was impressive, and I know that you bring it up that he's more of a Fantastic Four villain. Yeah. But let's be honest, the Fantastic Fours are not taking off. They're crashing on takeoff. They're not going anywhere. So they had to find a better way to use him, and I think they did well. Because not only did they introduce us to Kang as a superior bad guy, like when I say superior, like on a level where even if the Avengers were there, it would have been hard for them to beat this guy.
Yeah, but still, Ant-Man.
But they also introduced us to the Council.
Yeah.
And to think of that variation, that magnitude of villains that are coming for Earth, how do we stand a chance? Do you get? Like that's where my mind went to. I was like, how? There's no way the Avengers are going to be able to defeat these.
But this is where everything will come crashing, and I know we're going off topic here. Is the fact that everybody's coming back with time manipulation. Anybody that is dead is coming back.
True.
So whether they call it a different variant of stuff, Robert Downey Jr. will be back. I like the time thing. I just feel they should have used that a little bit more. Like, for instance, in the Loki series, spoilers, the Kang in that one, because he has seen what they're about to do, he's been there, he's able to block it. So they can't hit him, so he can just...
Yeah, you're the one that told me that Kang learns from every mistake that he has made in the past.
So when they kill him this way, when they try, it doesn't work. So I was hoping to see that with his ability in this one, but it was different. This was a different Kang that had a different kind of technology that didn't use that time manipulation really good, which was what I felt was a little bit of letdown. Because I felt like I was saving that until when the real fight starts. That was okay, you guys want to push me, right? I'm going to do this and whatever. I expect them to stop making Ant-Man movies, and he'll be in other people, just like how they use Hulk. I think there's what else you want to tell us? You fought Kang. What do you want to go?
Well, I feel like it was more an introduction to Cassie than anything
Cassie,
else,
so
right?
we're seeing more of the young Avengers form. So it's going to be more of her story, but I don't think we're going to see her in her own movie. She's going to be.
There's nothing they can tell us for her own movie. Who is she fighting? Why? What would be the potential for her fight with whoever the villain is?
You never know.
I don't think it would be that interesting.
But I think they're going to put maybe Cassie and Ant-Man in other people's franchises and build off that. Like, we're going to see buddy cop kind of movies going forward. And that's what we'll see with Ant-Man and we'll see with Cassie, hopefully.
So right now, the Rotten Tomatoes score for this movie is sitting at 53%. What would you give it on your own scale?
Higher than Thor: Love and Thunder for sure. To me, I'll give it to be honest, I'll give it maybe 79. I thought it was good. Will I go back to the theater and watch it again? No. I'll wait for it on Disney Plus. But it's way better than what people said it was.
I don't think it deserved the hate that it was getting,
No.
for sure. So you're using percentages. Okay.
Yeah, 79.
So for me, I'll give it an 89.
So that's Rotten Tomatoes, not.
Yeah, so basically an 8.9.
Okay.
Yeah, if I had to put a score. Because I thought it was really good. Honestly, I was not bored once. The jokes landed. There was emotion in the acting. Kang was absolutely fantastic to watch.
He just killed it.
Paul Rudd killed it. Evangeline Lilly was there for it, even though she wasn't there as much.
No.
Michelle Pfeiffer showed some stunts. I mean, they gave us what we were looking for. So I don't really know why people are upset. Definitely would watch this before I watch Love and Thunder. I haven't seen Love and Thunder since I watched it in the theaters. That should tell you how I feel about Love and Thunder. But I will actually go to the cinema to watch Ant-Man again if anybody wanted to go with me. Absolutely 100%. So I think that it was definitely higher than whatever the Rotten Tomatoes score is right now. We don't really believe in Rotten Tomatoes anyways.
No.
We feel it's rigged.
Yeah, but let's just make up our mind
Yeah.
because it's people's opinion anyway.
True.
And your expectation about a movie can influence it one way or the other. So this movie is actually a good movie. Is it one of the best Marvel movies? Maybe not, but it's not.
No, but Ant-Man has struggled with the Marvel
Yeah.
universe too. Let's be honest. The first one was fantastic. If you had to rate all three movies, what would you do?
If I had to rate all three movies, to be honest, I'll give the first one. I'll stick with the first one. No. This one will go above the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
So it would be third,
first,
second.
and second. Yeah.
For me, it would be first, third, second.
It's third. I actually prefer this one to the first one.
No, I preferred the first one because it was so original and it was so out of the box. True. And it was criminals. It kind of reminded me of Suicide Squad, but better.
Yeah, it was like a heist.
It was criminals with heist and. Yeah. I don't know, I love the concept and I love Paul Rudd. I think that's the finishing factor for me.
To me, it was just the introduction of Kang and Jonathan Majors and how he really owned this role. So that's why I give it above the first one. Because the villain in the first one, Dave, what was Dale? Darren. Okay. He was just a ripoff of Ant-Man. Basically.
Isn't that what most villains are?
True. So
you rip off of the heroes.
So I prefer this one over the first one. Just a little bit. I did miss some of his friends, in part 1 and 2.
Yeah.
T.I. and then Michael Pena.
Pena was definitely missed in this one.
The other guy, I don't know his name, the
Russian one.
Yeah, he was in it. He was the alien, the one that holds
the holes. That makes sense. I thought that was Paul Rudd voicing that one.
That was him.
I have holes. You know what? It reminded me of his character in Suicide Squad.
Weasel?
He was the guy with polka dots. Yeah. Oh my god, that actually made sense. Okay, that makes sense.
So
nice.
He was that character there. And I kind of missed them. Like I said,
true, but they had to take them away in order to introduce the family because this was all about me familia. Yeah, no, but we absolutely approve of this movie. Yeah. You guys go check it out for yourself and decide for yourself. I thought it was great. And it's better than a lot of the Marvel movies we've seen in the past year. So let's be honest and call a spade a spade.
A lot of them.
But yeah, that's our review. We hope that you guys enjoyed this. We love watching movies together, reviewing them for you. Hopefully you guys love seeing them. Thanks for your support. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we will see you later. Bye.